my virtual violinists. Today I thought it would be really nice if we could learn to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because that means that if you go out on a Thursday night and clap for your NHS workers and your key workers, you might be able to get your violin out and play a little Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So Somewhere Over the Rainbow is a slow tune, and it needs very long legato bows. So we're just going to do a little tiny practice of how we can keep our bows sounding nice even when they're long. Okay, so it's much easier on the violin to play short bows like popcorn pizza and keep them straight. But when you do long bows, your arm has quite a lot of folding and unfolding to do in order to keep your bow straight. So I just want you to grab something like a rubber or something that you can balance on the back of your hand like this, and make sure it's your bow hand. And I'm just going to call out a floor. The other thing is make sure your fingers aren't straight, so they're nice and curly and relaxed like this. So if I say go to the first floor, you have to go up, and then the ground floor, down, and then the second floor, first floor, second floor, and then down to the ground floor. So the most important thing is that when you are coming up bow, your wrist leads the way, and on a down bow, your elbow leads. So wrist up, elbow down, wrist up, elbow down. If you don't bring your wrist up when you do an up bow, this is what happens. Whoa, and your bow goes all over the place. But if I bring my wrist up, see how my bow instantly straightens? So that's what we're aiming for, bringing your wrist up. It takes a little bit of practice. So we're just going to play some long bows on A string like this. And when you get to the heel, have a little peep with your eyes. Just make sure you've got that flat, that diplodocus shape. So we go down, wrist up, wrist up, wrist up. All the time, keep an eye on your bow as well, just to make sure it's really parallel to the bridge. It's not like this, it's like that. Okay. So Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the first little building block we're going to do is a really easy open string harmony. So I'm going to flash the music up on the screen. The first note is a D, and these are minims. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Then down to a G. So I'll put on the accompaniment so you can hear how that fits in. Start on the D string. Ready? D. A. G. D. G. D. A. D. Now you're going to retake your bow and do a D again. How did he get on? Hopefully that's got us warmed up. So if you're making any sounds that you don't like, have a peep and check that your bow is nice and straight. Because if you're getting any weird sounds, it might be that it's just veered off into the swamp. Okay. Now the other thing is, before we do the next little bit, if you do a bow hold but move it up a little bit, where your bow is nice and balanced, you should be able to do some little seesaws like this. That takes a little bit of practice. And when you do that, keep a hold of your arm and your hand so it's just your fingers that are moving like this. And that should make sure that you have got a really curly, movable, flexible little finger. Let's see if you can tell where my little finger needs to be at its most curly. So if I do a down bow A, and then an up bow A, my little finger getting even more curly as it gets towards the heel. Have another look. Very curly little finger. If it's straight, then you have no choice but to veer off the road. So straight bows is the name of the game today. Otherwise, our Somewhere Over the Rainbow is going to sound very, very odd. So make sure you've got a curly finger. Curly finger. Curly finger. Curly finger. If you fancy a little bit more of a challenge, then try this harmony part. Now this part only uses A string and E string, but you have to do fingers as well. Now the music should flash up now, and you'll see that I've marked some little green lines on the score. And every green line, when you get to it, means you have to change to another string. So you'll see there are 4 notes on the E string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get to a green line and we have to change to A string. But only for 1 note, because then we have to go back to E string for 3 notes. So I just want to see if we can do the correct string. So no fingers yet. So just go from the beginning and play your 4 E's. And I just want to see if you can change your bow onto the other string, whether it's E or A, when you get to the green lines. So here we go, from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4, change. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long 4-count note at the end. When you feel like your bows are playing those string crossings really nice and neatly, and the next thing is to add on our fingers. So this part starts on an E1, and the first 2 bars are easy because you just play 2 E1s, then you lift your finger off and you do 2 E's. That's nice and easy so far. Now this is a tricky one because you only are moving down to A string for 1 note, and at the same time you've got to put your 3rd finger down on the A string. So we're just going to practice going from an E to an A3. And because A3 is the only finger that you need on that string, then you can put it down all by itself. You don't have to go 1, 2, 3 like we do in Twinkle. So let's just see if we can do E, A3, E, A3. And if you have a look at my 3rd finger, it always stays very close to the string. So it never goes up like this. Otherwise it takes ages to find it again and it might be wrong. So keep your window open, keep your finger really close to the string. If you want to practice putting your 3rd finger down quickly, you could try tapping cheeky little monkey or fatter than a caterpillar, just to make sure that your hand shape is allowing your 3rd finger to go down quickly. So once we've done our 1 A3, then we go back onto E string and then we put 1st finger down. Okay, so let's just try that first line again of this harmony. So starting on our E1, 1, 2, ready, play. E, cross to A3, back to E, E1. And that's the first line on your music. The second line is all on the A string. So you play 3 by itself. A, A1, A2, A2 again, A3. Here's the second line one last time. 2, ready, play. A, A1, A2, A2, A3. And I'm going to play it for you now with the piano so you can hear how it sounds. Go from E1, ready, play. Right, so that is our harmony part, our second harmony part with fingers. Now, here is the moment you've all been waiting for, the melody of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So this is a grade 3 piece of music, so if you find it really too difficult, please don't worry, don't get upset. This is just for fun if you fancy giving it a go. I'll flash the music up on the screen for you. Right, so D first of all, and then you're going to play an A3. So you're going to do, try those two notes again, ready, and cat, kitty, cat, cat. 2, A1, 2, 3. That takes a little bit of practice. 2, 2, A1, 2, 3. So let's add that on to the first bit, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, play. Then we go back to the D. A1, A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to seesaw all the way to a G2, G2, D3, D2, D1, 2, 3. So that's same as the first bit that we had. Over the rainbow, and now we have it on a different string. So G2, D3, D1, 2, 3, and then this second from the end bar is all on a D1. Now the melody is slightly different in real life, but I've made it so that you'll be able to play it. 1, kitty, cat, cat, D, 2, 3, 4. So that's just D1, cat, kitty, cat, cat, then a long D. Okay, so all together it sounds like this. From the D, ready, D, A3, 2, A1, 2, 3, D, A1, A, G2, D3, D2, D1, kitty, cat, cat, D, 2, 3, 4. That was super fast. So work your way through those notes. I've written them on so you can work them out in your own time. And if you know the tune, hopefully that will help with the rhythms. So good luck. I'm going to play you all 3 parts now at the same time. So pause the video, have a practice, and then see which part you like to play. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.